Hello everyone, my name is Lance090 and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. I started recording another episode, and then I was like, you know what, we need infernal robotics to progress. And I looked around and it looked like I couldn't find infernal robotics anywhere in like the tech tree or in our vehicle assembly building. So I'm like, okay, the mod must not be installed. So I checked, and it was installed. And I was like, what? Did I just waste time? I checked again, it's not there. I go in, I uninstall the mod, reinstall it, then I go to the web page and I see that I guess it wasn't working with 1.3 for certain reasons. So I went in and I read up like what they said the fixes are to get it fixed, and let's see if it's fixed. Bad sign that's probably not fixed is usually when you do that kind of thing, if you install a new fresh mod, parts will usually appear in this list and then you have to unlock them separately again. And I don't see that happening. So unless they've automatically joined our stuff, it looks like it's just still not working. But we can check the building bay, see if it's in there. Yeah. It's not there. It's supposed to be under a new icon of robotics, but it's not. Oh, Infernal Robotics, you gotta update that, buddy, because I'm pretty sure 1.3 has been out for quite some time now. So, last video we decided, or not last video, but videos tried to record and then couldn't record. We decided it's time to start building our space station thing. Our space station around Kerbal. So we're gonna put that together now. I already put it together once, that's why I'm kind of rushing through this, not really explaining much, I'm sorry. We unlocked like 3 things on the tech tree. Mostly I focused on the larger parts. So now we have more large fuel tanks, more large engines. You have the Mark III command pod and this cupola module, which is good for space stations. It does look cool. So these are the life support recyclers, which are pretty awesome. You need that for space stations, definitely. I think the cupola module itself has enough electric charge. Get things started here. I wish the hitchhiker storage container had some, but it does not. I also wish the cupola module held more than one person. It's kind of weird that it only holds one person. Yeah, these were the things where I was like, maybe we need to put Infernal Robotics on because we have these radiator panels. I don't know if we need these 100%, but feels like the space station should have radiator panels. Just trying to decide where to place them. See, those ones don't fold out, do they? They're just like stationary. It looks like these ones. It's radially attachable. This one is extended. I don't even know how much we need. Control system. Maybe this would be better. I don't really know what the heat's about. I don't know which mod does that. I don't know if it's the base game. It's probably Dobadyne as the manufacturer, so I think it must be the base game now. But I've never read up about heat. I think that must be something new they added at some point that I never got a memo on. But I'd rather put them on there and not need them than forget to put them on there and need it. Alright, coupling. Full-size docking port. I say that, but I think there is an extra large docking port of some sort. Stability control does the is 9. How does that compare to some of these other things? That has like a lot more. A lot of it has a lot more. Why does the cupola module suck so much? Kind of annoying because that should be all this needs. This is just like the living section and life support. And now I just need to get it up there, which is its own can of worms. So we have not launched anything up that high yet, or we haven't used these large pieces yet. This part needs a robotic core. I have uninstalled FAR because apparently that was what was causing trajectories to not work. Apparently that mod was also not functioning, so we're gonna have to be more careful with the parachutes again. Let's see. I'm just worried I'm forgetting something here, so. Space station, Jebediah or someone's gonna be in there for the way up. Disconnects, this is gonna come home by itself. I'm gonna stay up here, we'll have to take them out soon, because I don't think that life support's gonna last forever. It might, but there's not much life support bouncing around in this section. I could add, might be worth putting the extra weight on, and adding the rest of the life support. Just so we know it's out of the way. Could just do generic life support and generic waste. Wait, that's so stupid. Life support supplies, life support waste. Just so it's life support section. Lights. Be an electrical, but it is not. It's should be utility. Getting anything else? Let's see. like that thing simpler, but I feel like with the space station you don't really want ladders. I think you really want more like just the handholds. That's how they actually do it. The ladder makes sense for the landers, but this seems more appropriate to me. Okay, this doesn't need parachutes. Science doesn't really need science. We'll make a science module for this thing. Probably have communications though. At least basics on this, and then something else could have something more serious. Let's a couple of these guys. These things are always deployed. I think it's pretty good. Now, I need a coupler, big old fucking fuel tank. It's fine. Grabbed like the smallest fuel tank when I said big old fucking fuel tank. All right. Big old fucking engine. Average 5 boosters. Just don't need 3. This will be sufficient. I don't think we need to get fancy with you know. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm a little bit tired. We don't need to get fancy with asparagus staging. Say. I think that probably would have been enough parachutes with ferrum installed, but with ferrum off, I think everything's gotta double down on them. Wish it wouldn't do it like that though. See, why did it do that one time and then not do it the other time I put it on? It just doesn't make any sense. Big old boosters. Big old engine. Parachutes can fuck off. Here's about the parachutes. Structural medium connectors, because this is big old shit. Then we need, since the Kerbal module sucks, we need a big old reaction wheel. And engineer. launch clamps. Launch clamps disappeared on me. Okay. Stupidly heavy. Might need 100% fire to be honest with you to get up into space here. I think it's safe to say that this first launch is a simulation. I'm gonna say that in advance because we haven't launched these this next size of parts before, so I don't even know if that's enough delta V to get off the ground, to be honest with you. But let's see, this is Space Station Life Support. I think this thing's gonna be way too heavy. And I think it has way too little gas. Whoa, Jebediah! I forgot that you have all this new shit now. Hey, let's go. The boosters are useless. Guessing the next engine's probably going to be useless as well. Like I said, this is a simulation. Definitely reverting this one. That was like exactly perfect timing. I pressed the ignite like a little bit too early, but oh my god, we are Wobble City. Okay, don't know what causes that wobble. Ferrum is gone. This is true. Might need ferrum for this behemoth of a rocket. Wobbles so bad. I would really like to reinstall FAR. I'd also like to see if Kerbal Joint Reinforcement is still a mod that works. Used to be one of the big ones, like, oh, you have to install this mod, but then at one point they said they updated, so it's kind of stock now. But based on this wobbling we've been getting, I kind of feel like it's not stock. Revert flight. Why is quick loading like actually activated now? I hadn't turned it on. It usually just keeps turning off every time we load the game back up. I don't even load the game back up, sometimes it just struts. More. So SRBs aren't going to cut it. Middle stage was actually working pretty good. Those SRBs just weren't going to cut it. we need 2 Thors. Thor Ragnaroks. That might be too much. How much solid fuel is this one? This one is 12.3. This one is... This should be twice as much. I think this one is a stock one too. Certainly looks stock because it looks pretty shitty. It's not attaching to the right thing. I'm gonna have to switch to the other ejection unit thingy. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Okay. Just click on. This one might be one that I might also need to attach a fairing to protect this middle stage, just because it's really blunt. I wouldn't be surprised if it being that blunt is also what's causing the... Okay. See, this time, the loading save and reverting flight is there. I should even toss that one in there. Don't like how things are that wobbly. Doesn't make any sense. Their thrusters might not even be worth it if they can't lift the rocket. Kind of the whole point of bringing them. They're not really helping anyone if they're not worth the price of their weight. Okay. Get off me. Excuse me. Opinion what? Okay, this isn't gonna work. Just save the difficulty. Just let me do it. That's probably okay with launch. Definitely need to reinstall FAR. Definitely have to look into joint reinforcement. If it still exists, it might not exist anymore. These boosters do last a long time, though, I'll give it that much. So this was kind of why I was putting off the Why did it do that? It had no reason to. It launched better than it did the first time. It didn't have to do that. Why is that one not coming off? Revert the flight. If we aren't already this far into the episode, I would cancel it and wait until I get the mod updated. Alright. What would Brian Boitano do? Do that. Grab payload. Grab 5 adjustable. Actually gonna fit in there? Just one? Holy shit. It fits in there like fucking perfect. What the fuck? I think there's a tiny bit of clipping there. Kinda dumb though, that fits in there perfectly okay. Needs more fuel now though. It took out a bunch of fuel to do. Let's see, how much fuel was this? I think it was this one? It's 330. That's more than what it was, but let's see. Do that to kind of compensate for the fact that I don't think 2 of these are one of these. No, it is. Okay. Maybe bigger fins than this as well. mean, those look smaller, but they say they have more lifting area, so. Oh, sorry. Butt's hurting. Those 3 engines. Patch them. That's why you're being a bastard about it, okay. Hold on. That's why this one was the thing where it attaches at the wrong spot. See, no, I don't want that. I want you to be on both. I want you to be on both. What the fuck? Excuse me? Now it does it right. So very strange. Very broke. We're never gonna want to actually jettison this, but okay. Will you work? This will be the last shot before I lose my mind. Before I go and reinstall FAR. Why is it just like hanging? Okay. Or reinstall FAR and then also, what is this? What does that have to do with what is this? What? No one has these issues when they play Kerbal Space. What is this? I'm not even touching anything. Look at it. Fucking look at it. KSP. I see people play this game with like 10,000 mods installed. They mod the game so heavily that you would not even recognize it as KSP anymore. And they're fine. Just install like 2 mods and this happens. You can't even tell me that it's the mods. Like, mods can't do this, they're just parts. Aerospace isn't even on, that's the only one that would like change this. It's stupid. This always happens, and KSP has been doing it our entire series. That's why I keep quitting KSP, because I keep thinking that maybe eventually they'll update the game, it'll be fine. And then I look up and it's like, oh, we fixed that problem. People tell me, oh, they fixed it. And I play it. It's not fixed. It's never fixed. It's never going to be fixed. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and have a good day.